Hello, and to the Sal betting review, our final betting review of this season. It's the grand final. Wigan against Warrington. Should be a really good game. Strange injury, team news coming out of both camps. Looks like O'Loughlin and Sando might play for the respective clubs. I think didn't really think they would this time last week. I didn't think, the grand final. Thought that those two big name players would be missing. They certainly missed the semi final. Could be harsh on the players that have to set out for them, but big game players are going to play in games like this. It's no surprise that the coaches are desperate to get them fit. Obviously, I think both teams have been missing key players. Obviously, like I said, Tompkins and Macklon's been out all season for Wigan. Done well to get this far, really. You think about the players they've had missing. And obviously for Wyatt, courage is important to anybody that Wigan are missing. And it's a big miss with the tries that he gets for his club. Obviously, Westwood's missing as well. Obviously, he's a talisman for the Wyatt club. Really popular with the fans. Warrington just moved towards favour. I think early in the week, bookies really struggled to split these two. I think you get about 8 to 11 now for Warrington. He conceded about a 2-point start in the handicap. You can get about 5 to 4. It's getting towards 11 to 8 for Wigan. You might even get 6 to 4 by the time the game kicks off, which could be a little bit of value. Obviously, if you shop about, you could probably get Wigan with a 2-point start at even money if you fancy them. I've probably take the I'd probably take something around 4 to 6 of them to lift the trophy. If you're going to go that, this could really be close. I mean, obviously the draw's definitely a player, so you can probably even money with Wyatt conceding a 2-point start, but this game could be really close. So I mean, obviously back in Wyatt to lift the trophy would, if it was a draw and it went to golden point, you'd still be up if Wyatt won the golden point extra time. It's really hard to split these. The book has been hard all week. I mean, I do fancy a close game. I think, not going to be 1 to 5 points in it either way. Pushed, probably just go for Warrington. This could just be their time. Fair enough, we can probably play the better last week. I think Warrington were slightly fortunate to get through against St. Anne's. I think they were the best team, but obviously Wigan dominated Hull, which is quite surprising. Obviously Hull had struggled ever since Wembley, like a lot of teams tend to. But it really could go. I mean, obviously, there's nothing between the two sides. There's 1 point between them in the league. I think it's 2-1 to Warrington over the 3 league games. Wigan won in the Super 8 a few weeks ago with 12 men. But Warrington were the better side for large parts of that game. But just like I said, it is that close. Like I say, it really could go either way. I mean, something like last week, I think Saints were winning at half time. That we advised that Saints win at half time. Warrington with a game at full time. About 13-2 for that to happen against. That's Wigan to win at half time. Warrington to win at full time. That seems a bit of decent value at about 13-2. First try scorers. I mean, obviously Charnley and Lynham. They had the betting about 11-1. I probably prefer Lynham. He likes to score against Wigan. In his whole days, he used to score bagfuls against Wigan. Jerry White's looking for a first try scorer. Might look to Liam Farrell about 16-1. Personally, I prefer any time try scorer bets. Big Ben Flower was banned last week. He's 11-1 to score a try any time in the game. He's liable to pop up with a try, barging in from close range. I think that's probably the best value bet of the game. Ben Flower any time. I prefer an any time try bet because, like I say, your first try scorer bets could be over in 5 minutes. I mean, unless your bet's up, basically your any time try scorer bet lasts you the full game. I mean, obviously they've got the man of the match. Sandow really comes into the equation, but we have to worry about how actually fit he actually could be. For me, I probably look towards Gilly about 11-1. It's quite tough for Wyatt. I mean, Clark's a big player in a game like this. He's been playing really well lately. I think he's been quite unlucky not to get a few man of the matches, if I'm brutally honest. But probably just prefer Gilly at 10-1. Obviously, with his kicking as well, his point tally could be decent if Wyatt to win the game. As for Wigan, I think Mike Smith's won the shortest prices with George Williams, but it's tough. I'd be more confident if it was Steve that was picking it, but obviously the Harry Sutherland Trophy, which is what's awarded to the man of the match in this game, it's picked like it is at Wembley by the pressmen, and for old Bateman 16-1. I'd be more confident if it was Steve picking it, if I'm honest, but he is good value. I think he's Wigan's best player. He's been the best player this season. They really missed him the time that he was out in June, obviously for his misdemeanors. I think obviously his misdemeanors cost him a chance at the Man of Steel, really, because he has been really good this season. I think he'll show that again when for the internationals in the Four Nations, which come after this. So yeah, I think it'll be Bateman and Gidley is my man of the matches, but people like Chris Hill, you can't rule out people like that. Chris Hill, he'll be smashing into Wigan's forwards all day. You certainly can't rule him out, but yeah, I'll probably go for for Gidley and Bateman for my man of the matches. But like I said, I think it's going to be a really, really tense affair. I think the points line's about 36. I think there probably could be more than that. I think there's out of the last 5 finals, and 4 of them have had more than 36 points. I think could well be a few tries, but I think it'll be tight. I think it could be tense early doors. Like I said, I won't be surprised if the lead changed hands a few times. One bet to look at, again, obviously in the Warrington game last week, we advised it, is a penalty the first scoring play. I think, if any team gets a penalty close in early doors, they'll take the chance to put points on the board early. The bookies are on, so it was 9-2, I think, when it happened in 2014. I think we advised it then. Only 7-2 now, but I still think that's decent enough value. I'd like to say, if I think any penalty within the opposing half, given early doors, I think the team that get it will look to go 2-0 up. Like I say, if you can't find a price for the first scoring play being a penalty, it's a Wigan penalty or a Warrington penalty, just back that to half, whatever half you stake. It is good value. Like I say, I think my best bet of the game probably be Bedflower, 11-1 to score at 20 time in the game, but it should be a fabulous occasion. We'll be back for the Four Nations as always, and please, as always, gamble responsibly. See you later.